Well, here we are, everybody, moving on to graduation, and we are. I was told that this is actually the one that I liked most in the killing voices that we did, so I figured, heck yeah, you know, it's only obvious that we got to do this. So, in any case, let's check this out, shall we? Now, the truth is, can my brain remember?
영원히 내 곁에 머물 수 있을까 헤어짐이란 상상 못한 남의 얘기들 어떤 순간 날 얼어붙게 해 시간이 가는 게 싫을 만큼 따스했던 반짝인 웃음 그리고 눈물 누군가를 믿기 힘들 때 항상 같은 자리에서 날 위해 서 있어준 너 이제 난 그만 졸업하려고 해 불안해하던 그 많은 날을 기억해 이 벅찬 감정 손은 들어 안녕 마지막 인사하고 돌아서면 날 기다린 세상으로 가 미지의 별 동경했던 여행을 시작할 때 My graduation 그 첫 걸음 많이 행복하게 될 거야 지금 이 기분을 내게 전해야 할 텐데 맘이 조급해 yeah. 마치 눈보라 속 길을 밝히는 불 그래 너만을 보고 걸어온 거야 모두 변했죠 나의 세상 끝에 남은 너 얼어붙어 더 좋은 하순 옮길 거야 하얀 인 둘러봐 지금 우리 둘뿐이야 왜 언제나 부족한 것만 같아 어쩔 줄 모르던 오래전 내 안에 그 작은 너는 낯선 건 yeah, 비동한 막연했었던 질문들 답을 쫓아가 외로이 돌던 planet 길이는 밤의 공기 잡은 순간 흩어지던 창백한 푸른빛 난 걷는 길 홀로 외롭지 않다고 그 끝에 네가 서 있어 길었던 밤을 떠나보내려 해 너의 사랑을 너무 잘 아니까 더는 두렵지가 않아 손을 들어 안녕 마지막 인사하고 돌아서면 날 기다린 세상으로 미지의 별 동경했던 여행을 시작할 때 My graduation 첫 걸음 너무 행복하게 될 거야 이제 나는 한강에서 너를 감싸 안아줄 거야 천천히 더 걷다가 땀을 걷듯 가득한 세상 영원이란 걸 꿈꾸지는 않아 지금 그대를 하면 돼 마지막 한 번 안아준 뒤에 활활 보내주려 해 캄캄한 밤들 기억에 이탈리아사 yeah 떠나보는 그 다음 남은 건 따스한 손에 온기 그리고 우리
Yeah, no, this kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, I have to do the old talk. I have to give you the old talkaroonie. Okay. It's... I understand more or less of kind of what we're talking about or what is being said here. And to me, these kinds of songs always end up kind of being my favorite for a lot of reasons. if I was to say one thing about me personally, I am always somebody who looks. I shouldn't say looks. I would say thinks a lot about the next era of your life, the passage of time, and a lot of times I'm fairly negative on it, in all honesty. I usually am. But I think the important thing is to understand is that I do think that a lot of times there is a lot of good that comes from it. I think there's a lot of times where I personally feel like a lot of times if you're trying to be a good person and you're doing good and you're doing those kinds of things and creating kind of like a nice deposit bank of karma, that you should always be excited for the next steps in your life. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But yeah, I mean, life is a very unpredictable and kind of a scary entity in of itself. And I think a lot of times, I think back to this quote that says that sometimes we suffer more in our own thoughts before something happens than what actually happens. Something that's a very big and vague paraphrase, but basically it's that, like, if you worry about the thing that's going to happen more than the thing itself, then you've suffered twice. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what the quote is, but it's something like that. That's basically the paraphrase. And then there's times where things are just looking forward, looking up, and it's good to understand when, the good times are here and are coming. Now, the funniest thing is like, a lot of people may quote and talk about The Office, the TV series, right? But one of the most interesting things is that I've only been through it, I think, like once or twice, but one of my favorite quotes on there is actually kind of towards the end, when one of the cast members, I can't remember his name, he turns and says basically something along the lines of like, I wish that you could know when you're in the good moments, so then you can enjoy it a little bit more, or something like that. And I think to myself, when I listen to this song, they know that they are in the good times and that the good things are coming and that their hard work is paying off, and that's the, kind of, I'm guessing that graduation has some sort of tie to them, like being able to graduate, because I remember, wasn't NCT supposed to be kind of like a rotating cast, right? It was kind of supposed to be something like that. I could be wrong, but I felt like I remember hearing something like that. But in any case, definitely at least like going through the training period and getting established and going out and having like a discography of your own and kind of setting sail into this new world that you're part of and seeing those that support you. It's really an interesting concept to think about. And again, it's that kind of sweetness because you're really able to enjoy that good positive message and understand that you are in those good times. 지금 이 기분을 내게 전해야 할 텐데 맘이 조급해 마치 눈보라 속 길을 밝히는 불 그래 너만을 보고 걸어온 거야 모두 변했던 나의 세상 끝에 남은 너 하루부터 더 좋은 하순 오길 거야 우린 하얀 둘러봐 지금 우리 둘뿐이야 왜 언제나 부족한 것만 같던 어쩔 줄 모르던 오래전 내 안에. For those of you who are, this is like your favorite group or even like your favorite member of NCT as a whole, I wonder more or less of how you were feeling in this moment. That's always kind of the interesting thing about having done this channel. I don't think I've ever really shared this in a lot of senses, but it's kind of weird to be where I'm at because in a lot of senses, some of the biggest things have come and gone in the world of K-pop. Like, I wasn't here for the rise of like BTS. I wasn't here for the rise of EXO. I wasn't here for Girls' Generation or any of the controversies or anything like that. I'm kind of sitting in sometimes what feels like an open field, and where everything has been done before, and it's a weird feeling to be in, mainly just because, like, I think sometimes that's why I gravitate to the newer groups in some senses. Some of these groups like NCT Dream or, stuff like that. Mainly because I feel like that they're in the same position that I'm in, if that makes sense. So it's a really interesting place to be. And that's maybe something that I should talk about at some point. But I love this song. This absolutely is one of my favorite songs. This is great. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you, and bye Victus.